Welcome to So Light. I like, you like.
So light.
Hi everyone, this is your host Kelyn and
Noel here. Hello.
Hi. We are back
Even though it's
again.
today is Monday, and then you know what or not? Today I purposely wear a blue shirt and blue pants for work. Because Monday blues ma. Hey, really. Hey, really. I'm not kidding. I have this colleague, right? Every Monday, he will wear a blue shirt and blue pants. Really. That's like his standard. So to him is Monday blues ma. So just wear the whole thing blue. Really.
You're taking a bit too literally, right?
I know, but it's quite fun lah. And then I tell you,
Yeah.
right, we have this thing right in the office that whenever we we will notice, because blue is quite a common color, right? Especially for office wear.
Yes.
So we tend to I'm wearing blue today. Then that person also wear like wow, that guy also wear like then the three of us or four of us are like we wear blue together today, like let's take a photo. But then we just joking one lah. We never really go and take lah. We just joking like we should take a photo. Then we say let's see little boss wear what color. Because our boss, he's quite standard one. His colors are like dark red, dark blue, dark red. Very seldom wear white. Then also mostly blues lah. Like medium blue or light blue or what.
Let's
Always
see
like that
whether
one.
today is a blue day or not.
The tone, the different tones of blue.
Different shades of blue. 50 shades
Yes.
of blue.
Then let's just say if maybe 4 to 5 of us wear blue, right? Yeah, minus our boss lah. Then got one guy who suddenly wear pink or purple. We're like, you today never receive memo, is it?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Usually that's the case. Or maybe they will come in like, what your what? Secret
Why
society,
today? Yeah, your paka one, is it?
Yeah, your pakawan, your say already,
Yeah.
Why I never
Actually, it's quite
received that?
funny. Yeah. Then another incident was the grey pants. There was one day, my teammate and another colleague, the two of them wore grey pants, okay? But different shirt lah. So one was black, and then the other one wore pink. Then I was thinking, I purposely disturbed them lah. I go and tease them. I said, I also have grey pants. Why you never tell me? Is it you purposely don't give me the memo today to wear grey pants? Because I wore my usual black pants. Yeah.
Oh, you're
But
innocently
just a
talking
joke
about
lah.
all this, right? I'm really thinking 50 Shades of Grey. My mind already wander off to
Oops.
know already.
No, 50 Shades of Blue. You must think of 50 Shades of Blue.
But you say grey pants, ma. So then
Yes.
the color grey come out, right? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's this thing about like on Mondays you wear blue. I mean, just for the fun of it. Sometimes I will do that, yeah. So like today,
I
this
feel
morning
that I will purposely go and counter the blue effect. If it were me, yeah.
That means you don't want you. That means you will avoid blue on Mondays.
No, I'll purposely go and wear bright because everybody's so down, everybody's so tired and so lethargic.
The start of the
week, like so sian, right? Then you want to brighten your own self. I mean, I don't care whether I brighten other people, but to me, it's like if I feel better, I work better.
Oh, okay.
But
for me, it's
throughout
more
my
on the
whole
fun
career, throughout my whole career, I don't have the chance to do that because I'm
you're
always in uniform. So it's like
Okay,
every day
maybe
just
after
white.
yes, after work lor. After work you can wear.
But yeah, my wardrobe usually is that few color: black, white, blue. Sadly.
Yeah, me too. Actually, the easiest to match black, white,
Yeah, I
blue.
think
Then
so,
I think I have 2 or
yeah.
3 pieces of red. That's all. I have
Yeah.
1 purple, 1 pink. That's quite standard for office wear. Is always that few
There are few
colors.
colors you play around with.
Correct.
And speaking of colors, at least our logo is much colorful than just cheaper blue.
Oh yeah. Actually, we never really thought about our logo.
Yeah,
Now that I think of it.
Yeah, one of my friends, who is also a listener of our podcast, she was telling me, how y'all come about this name? What does it mean? This so light, They're like,
Okay.
Yeah, we never ever discuss about it, right?
Yeah, now that I thought about it, yeah. So
Yeah.
we never share what was the thought and the background, the context of our logo and our name.
Yeah. The logo is okay. After we share about what the name is, then we share about what the logo means.
Yes, correct.
Right? Because the logo is another joke.
Yes. So I think that time I remember you were scrolling through like doing your research. Then we were discussing like what are the main words we want to use for the podcast. And of course we also try to avoid common names or like people have already used the names. So I think that time I think you were asking me like you want something to be soulful, correct? Something along the lines.
Yeah. I think we came up with like 3 different adjectives to describe the things that we want to talk about. So it's mostly about like deep topics. We want to get down in depth, that kind of meaning.
Yeah. Correct.
And then another one is we want to make it very happy, joyous,
correct.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I say the light. Light in terms of weight, and of course light in terms of something optimistic, positive,
yes,
or like a light
sure.
bulb, like ding. Like that.
Ding, yeah.
So that's why I think that time I was telling Kelyn, I said, how about we do a pun? Because I love puns, right? So it's like so light. Yeah. Like, that means instead of saying S-O, then light, so you do like the S-O-U-L, like so light.
Yeah, so soulful and like
That's why. I remember Kelyn replied me, oh my god, okay.
yeah, and I went to find there is I think a few like artist name or something similar. But we are still within the safe zone. So yeah, not infringing or any problem. So we want to make sure that it's something like in depth. We talk about really very inner feelings, emotions and all that. It's really very into your soul kind of feeling.
And it's actually all our experiences are really our own experiences. Yeah, so that's why you want things to come from our heart, our what had happened. So that's why you feel relatable, right? So then that's where you feel light. Like, they're talking about this. Actually I experienced before. Yeah. So that was more towards the direction that we were looking for the podcast, right?
Correct. And then the lightness also is from, not making it like such a down and depressing kind of podcast. We don't want to go into that type of morning kind of.
I can't do down. I'm always finding something funny to say about.
Lame.
Yes, I admit.
Or punny.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's
100% guilty.
Yes, with Noel, right? Nothing can be too heavy.
Totally. Because I always want to find something funny. Yeah, or I would just very naturally think of something funny to say about that matter for that moment. Yeah.
And also like the light as in what you just mentioned, the thing, right? So it's more about like positivity, like giving you ideas, optimistic, giving you ideas on what you can do. Not just we're not just gonna rant about the topic or go in circles. We actually want you to have some form of actions that you can take, some tips or some ways that you can, reconcile with yourself and your feelings, the kind of thing. So,
or to be self-aware after you hear our stories.
So you shine the light on their life.
Correct. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond.
This is why we cannot have so dark. We only can have so light.
Yes.
I'm getting influenced by Noel's punniness. Oh my god.
Even though it's virtual.
Yes.
But yes, being my friend for more than 20 years, that's the result.
Bound to happen, right? It's bound to happen. You rub off a lot on it.
Yes.
Okay, then because of of this name, we were trying to find something to represent, right?
Correct. So it just, actually, to be very honest, if I'm not wrong, when Kelyn was talking to me, I mean, we discussed all this through WhatsApp. I remember I was on the way home from work, and it just suddenly hit me. I was thinking, hey, soul, SOUL is
Yeah.
something like ghost lah. So I was thinking more like a friendly ghost. So I told her, hey, why don't you find like a
ghost
friendly and a slightly cutesy kind of ghost figure? Yeah.
Yeah.
So she really found it.
I
So
found
amazing.
a few. Then I was like, oh, this one very cute. And then
Yeah.
she didn't reply me for a while, so I was like, you did not like it. Oh, then suddenly she like, I want this one.
Yeah, because I was looking at the screenshots that Kelyn was sending, and then after that, okay, so I picked it, and then really another idea just struck me, and I was like, hey, why don't make the ghost hold a candle? Because like what just now we mentioned, like a light bulb, like an idea. So instead of holding a light bulb, we were thinking like, okay, maybe light bulb or maybe a candle or a lamp,
Holding a
something like that.
light, yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
So then Kelyn did the wonders lah. She's my number one researcher. She's very good at this.
I went
She
to
managed
find
to-
all the different
Yes,
lamps.
my goodness.
Yeah, that must match the silhouette of the soul.
You can do a pun there. Silhouette.
Oh dear. Oh, I'm not that advanced yet. Wait.
Silhouette.
You catch up with me. So to match the silhouette of the soul,
Yes.
yeah, I have to find something that has a similar type of graphic content, right? So
Yes.
the if you look at our logo, the soul is actually just a very 2D, very marker kind of drawn on graphic. So the light have to be something similar, if not it will look very out of place.
Yes, correct.
So I
correct.
really went through like different type of color, different type of things that I can play around with. Then finally found one that Noel was like, this one, ding, ding.
Yes,
ding,
yes,
ding.
yes. And then after that, Kelyn just needed to put the picture, everything all put together. I was like, oh, okay, perfect.
Then go and find a hand to match
Ah,
both of them together.
about the hand. Correct. Because ghost no hand, right?
Yeah, but this one only have one. The other hand do not go back.
Spooking around.
No, it's in
So
the
lighting
podcast.
around.
It's
Yes,
for you all to
okay.
find. Treasure find.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so punny
other
today.
than
Why?
join me.
Oh no, if you
You-
cannot win them, join them.
Totally 100%. Yeah. So then, another thing is, we will also like for y'all to listen to our podcast, and then you can use it as like a tool in your social life. Like maybe you can share about our podcast with your friends when y'all are out for coffee, or let's just say, I don't know, maybe you're on your first date and then you don't know what to think about, then you can think of this podcast, think of us, and then you can share it with your first date. I don't know, like I
A
mean,
bit
it
too
can be
deep for a first date, right?
like a no, it's getting to learn about each other. It can be a conversation opener. Why
Okay.
not? Right?
Okay. I mean, leave all the first date planning to Noel, like, since she loves to plan. So now you have the food, you have the places
Yes.
to go. You also have the
Yes.
entertainment, right?
Yes,
Eh, all
totally.
covered leh. Walao, where to
Yes.
find 报告料 leh?
You can look for me.
Oh, seriously leh. Wow, this package very good. Very,
But for
very
any
value for
anagram, then you
money.
please look for Kelyn.
I can add on. Oh, if
Yes,
you
yes,
want to see your compatible, come to me.
Yes, yes.
Like why some
That's a
part you
good
don't
idea.
understand about this person, come to me.
Correct. Imagine on your first date, then you talk about our podcast, right? About self-awareness. This is self-awareness, then you become aware of the other party, ma. Because the other party will also say about their perception, ma.
Not all the time, but hopefully,
Okay, yeah,
hopefully.
yeah.
I mean, like for the first date, maybe some will be a bit more defensive and
Shy,
shy,
fancy, more quiet. Yeah.
reserved. Yeah,
Ah,
they don't really
yeah,
want
okay,
to share
okay.
so much yet. I guess.
Yeah. But it's okay, never mind. You can just talk about our podcast one. It's okay. We have how many episodes for you to talk about already?
This is the
And then not just our
anti
Yeah.
version of Noel coming out.
yes, not just about our podcast. You can also talk about Kelyn's YouTube. Then you also can go and see our profile, our Instagram profile.
Oh my god, yeah, now you
Her
see on my
profile have
YouTube.
her
Oh my
ana-
god.
Yeah. Her profile have her anagram, then my profile got food. You see, then you can talk about most Singaporeans are foodies, right? You can use, you see, so many platforms for you to be a opener.
Yeah, just don't expose yourself that you ask Noel to plan for the date.
Also, but then more business for me.
No, you just relate lah, but don't expose yourself. If not, your date will feel like, hey, come, you cannot plan a date.
Okay. In terms of that, okay. I'll help you to keep mum about it.
Yes.
Then also keep your mum away from your date.
Oh yeah, that was very important. Hey, see, got another value to add already. Value added services.
Yeah, see, listen to us, got a lot of value added services. We are better than the value shop, you know?
I wouldn't compare ourselves to the value shop.
Okay, we different merchandise.
We time
Different
5
services.
time 5 Daiso can.
Tonight is just because of Monday, right? So let's unwind, let's chill. Like, tonight is filled of laughter.
Yeah, and puns. And,
Yes, and it's episode 7 already.
Okay.
Yeah, so you know what it means?
It means
7 up lah. I think Kelyn wants to strangle me over Zoom. If she can
you're
reach
very
out
lucky you
over
are
the
just
webcam.
mature. Oh my god, you're very lucky. I'm not Sadako, but yeah, if I'm Sadako I could like just imagine my hand reaching over to the other side. I don't need to pop my head, I just use my hand. Okay?
Kill me. Yeah, so okay. Oh yeah, then we also wanted to share about the fundamental, the time how we came about, right? The basic thing that we want to just draw your attention to. So the time, actually, yeah, I don't know why every time Kelyn is like my inspiration really lah. Whenever she talk about something, right, then I just think, I really will think have this moment in my head, you know.
Things about
Yes. Think. Then some more very, very gassy carbonated drink, 7-Up.
okay.
Actually,
Then,
quite nice to have some 7-Up now.
if we are
never mind.
constantly talking about food, today is drinks. Okay, today drink channel.
Okay. Yeah, so
So the
that time we were saying,
foundation is
yes.
actually this consensus that we understand that we are all creatures of change. We are all creatures
Yes.
of emotions and all that. And then we actually came to a consensus that actually to change a person or you know growing through self-development and stuff, you have to go through these 5 steps, which we call the 5 steps of change. So the first part is actually to have the realization.
Yes.
So realization in a sense of like, you know that certain thing about you is just not really working out for you so well. Or you are getting feedback from a lot of people that this particular trait of you, that particular action or habit of you is not really making you very happy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or maybe it's affecting their happiness or some sort of lah, right?
Okay,
Affecting the relationship you have with them. So
Correct.
that's the first part. So once you realize that you have that particular thing that you want to change and be more aware about it, you go to the second part, which is awareness. So you need to be aware, like where are you standing right now? Are you at
Correct.
level 1? Are you at level 2? Or are you at negative 2, for example? Then you can be more like you are like the GPS. You're trying to find where are you in your current state.
Correct.
Yeah. Then you move on to step 3, which is to acknowledge that, okay, I need to do something about this. I really need to do something about this. Or, you know, what am I going to do about it? And I acknowledge that
Yes.
this is just a part of me, a phase. It's just
Yes.
a trait. And then at the same time, everybody is able to change themselves. So when you acknowledge it, then you can move on to step 4, which is the willingness to change. Which
Yes,
is
that's where you embrace yourself and also to allow yourself to be open-minded enough. Yes, the willingness to change.
yeah, and also like maybe some sort of self-compassion also, because for people who like Noel like this, during our last episode, they are so hard on themselves.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
So to give them the willingness to change is more of like, I love you. You don't need to change to be anybody to be perfect, but you should change so that you can be happier.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So
It's
you
not
can.
for the sake of others, it's more for the sake of yourself. Yes.
Yeah, so there's a lot of that compassion that you need to give yourself. Like, it's okay, we are changing for the better. We're not changing to be perfect.
Correct,
kind of thing.
correct.
Yeah, so after you've done all that, like step 4 and done, and then you are changing, right? So you are already taking actions to change. Then the
Yes.
last step to close off this loop, right,
Uh-huh.
is to have feedback.
Yes. From people, especially your loved ones, your close friends, your relatives who are really very, very close to you and they know you well enough to see the changes in you.
I mean, if you don't have such people in your life currently, it's also okay. You can always use journaling. You can always use blogging. Or like a very common one is vlogging now. Like you just video record yourself. But I mean, if you're not comfortable posting online, then don't post lah.
But
it's just a way
it's
for
a
you.
very personal journey, right? Yeah, correct.
It's just some sort of a way for you to look back and be able to see how much you have come so far.
Yeah, correct. I think it's very important, like to remind yourself. It is part of like what we always share in our podcast, right? Which is the baby steps. So through that journaling, example, if you prefer your mode of it is journaling, right? Then you can flip back to like maybe the first few pages. Like you can look at the tone, how you write, how do you express yourself, how do you share about people, share about matters, what are your views on this. You would actually see the progression and how you have morphed into someone different. But of course still staying the way you are. Just for the good of you. And when you change yourself, you actually affect the people around you as well. Yeah, because let's just say you're always very angry, you're always very grumpy. So that's where you step in and then you like, hey, something's not right with me. I'm always very grumpy for no reason and people are always avoiding me. So why is that so? So then that's where you go through the 5 stages that we say, right? And people will actually maybe will like even say, hey, hi, good morning. Hey, your dress very nice today. Or what's up for lunch? Are you going out or you brought your own food? Then people will start to be more open and so-called dare to talk to you because you're no longer, or maybe you cut down on your grumpiness.
You seem
Right.
more approachable lah, in a sense.
Correct.
Then,
Yeah.
as you journal along and as you get your own sort of reflection of the day and understanding what are the things that made some results. Sometimes you don't see it within a month.
Yes, correct.
Sometimes you don't see it within a week.
Yeah.
So by the time you kind of flip back maybe 3 months later, you actually see that there's a very big amount of change.
correct.
Yeah. So
And now that I think of it, right, like we put this case study like being grumpy. For what I think would be like maybe your first few pages would be, why did my colleague say that to me? Make me so angry, and then why is the printer malfunctioning again? Today is just a bad day. And why did I have to miss the bus and have to wait for 20 minutes for the next bus? Yeah, so maybe that's like the first few stages. And then after that, when you change, you acknowledge it, then you change all this, right? You will find that maybe a few months later or there's no time restriction on this months, years or this, right? You'll see your journaling might even come to, oh, my colleague actually smiled to me and asked me whether I want to join them for lunch. Or like maybe someone actually complimented saying that, my skirt is very nice. That kind of thing. Like you'll find that your tone on your journaling will be, your entries will be more light. So light. Be very optimistic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, or maybe even though you miss the bus, you are more carefree. You're like, oh, today I missed the bus and I just let it go instead of rushing after it.
You will feel the
Yeah.
sense of the difference in your tone and the way you view things, the way you treat things, the way you treat people, the way you
React.
handle matters,
Yeah.
your reaction. Yeah, everything will change. Yeah. Just because of that small tweak that you wanted to change.
So speaking of change and all this, journaling and stuff, I always like to give people the analogy of, like, let's say, take me for example. I'm trying to lose weight, right?
Okay.
I'm trying to lose fat
Okay.
in my whole physique, right?
Okay.
So that's like a long lifetime goal thing lah. So
Okay.
imagine today I were to want to lose weight. I set a goal. That's what I'm going to change about myself, right?
Yes.
It can be anything. It doesn't have to be about losing weight. It can be some sort of character or some sort of trait or some certain habit that I want to do so that I'll be happier, that kind of thing. But
Okay.
it's very easy to be influenced by external forces, like, you should try this diet. You should go low carb. Don't eat fat.
Okay.
You should work out every day. You should do this. It's so
use the
many.
IF, the intermittent fasting, or the
Intermittent
keto
fast.
diet.
Keto diet. Then I recently heard about what olive oil diet. Sort of nonsense. So,
Okay.
I mean, it's very easy to be very bogged down by so many different people's suggestions and ideas, right?
Too many voices. Yeah.
Yeah, too many voices. I call these noises because it's not very clear what you should do, right? I mean, you can take them as a reference, but don't like follow all the way, and then you find out that it doesn't suit you, and then you are back to square one.
Correct.
Yeah, so like usually the tendency to happen is that you will take on a few, like let's say maybe, I want to lose weight fast, so I will take on this diet, I will take on working out every day, I will take on the habit of waking up every day at specific time and sleeping at specific time. I want to inculcate so many new routines and so many new habits into my life that I will just hit a brick wall because there's so much you can do, right?
You burn out lah, basically.
Yeah, you either burn out or you feel very overwhelmed. Like suddenly you power on this on yourself, and then your willpower on the first 2 days may be still quite strong. You still can pull through. But by the time you are about the fourth day, you're like, oh my god, this is like a chore.
Yes.
Yeah. And then you're just gonna drop everything at once. So instead of doing that, let's try to take baby steps. Like we always say, certain things like how you want to improve the relationship with another person.
Correct.
We don't tell you just go over and just like, oh, hi, we are back together, kind of thing. We always want
we are more about nurturing something. That's why we always use baby steps. The later tiny steps to take.
Yeah, and I call that actionable change because we want to make sure that it's really actionable.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's not just in your head. Like, it's not just about signing a gym membership and then don't go for gym.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not really actionable. Yeah.
But some people also, they will, because it's time for the gym, they will just force themselves to go. Like, because I already spent this X amount for the membership, might as well go, right?
On this theory, right, there is a study done. Like, they went to find out how come, right? Beginning of the year, a lot of people sign gym membership, right?
Yep.
But around March, April, people don't go already.
You know why? Because of the New Year resolution. Like, I must lose weight this year.
Yes.
So then January, that's where all they will rush down to sign up gym membership, right?
Yeah.
Am
One
I
is
right to
the
say that?
hype. Yeah. One is the hype. One is the groupie thing. Like everybody do it. I also must do it. That kind of thing. Another thing that the research study found out is that because you sign the gym membership, you mentally tick the box that you've done the work. So then your brain take it as a completed task.
But you're not taking the action, like literally running on the treadmill per se lah.
Yeah, in there, really doing a workout. You're just signing a membership. And then your brain thinks that, it's a completed task. I don't need to do anything else. So therefore, there comes the the later part which people start to drop out from the gym membership.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, like we always talk about, getting out of your comfort zone and all that to help you with change, right? But a lot of all these noises around us is actually very far away outside of our comfort zone.
Yes.
Right? So if you put a
Correct.
circle in the middle, your comfort
Okay.
zone is inside the middle.
Yes.
But maybe
inside the circle.
inside a
Yeah.
circle. But all these like other people's suggestion and ideas are around maybe 2 to 3 circles wide outside of your comfort zone.
Yes. All right.
Then suddenly you want to jump to that level 3 or level 4.
To the outer circle.
Yeah, it's really a very big leap, and it really takes a lot of willpower, a lot of mental strength, a lot of physical strength, and everything, right? So
Yes.
we would suggest that. I also take our suggestion with a grain of salt. Since I'm
Yes.
talking about suggestion, right?
Yes.
Is that you don't go all the way to level 4. Maybe you go like level 0.5. Just a little bit outside your comfort zone. So for example, when I started my journey to lose my fat, overall fat, right? I started with going to the gym just to walk, even if 10 minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like what Noel mentioned in the last episode. So I started giving myself I'm building the habit of going to the gym instead of me like telling myself, okay, I'm gonna walk 1 hour today, every day.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah, that's like level 4. But my
Yes.
0.5 steps is at going to the gym, walking for 10 minutes, and if I'm tired, I leave.
Yes. All
Yeah,
right.
and that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
So building the habit instead of like intensity. So you want consistency over intensity. You don't want intensity and then it's just short bursts of energy here and there.
Correct. And then you'll be so exhausted very quickly, right?
Yeah, and you really see a consistent result also because you are constantly like short sprinting and short bursting different parts of your week, different parts of the month. Then as you journal, you will start to see that actually I'm not getting anything out of this growth that I wanted to go.
This supposedly growth.
Yeah, then then you might start to lose faith that maybe this just me. I can't grow in that manner, or I can't change this trait that makes me very unhappy in life.
Then you lose confidence in yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like instead of a progressing circle, you are going backwards.
Yeah, going downhill lah, basically.
Yeah. So try to avoid doing the level 4 jump thing.
I guess also you must be, first thing is you're willing to put in the effort lah also, right? You put in the effort and it's very, very normal, it's very common to be very, very overzealous at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because that's what you want to do and that's what make you feel inspired. That's what gets you heated up. That's what you're driving at, right? Driving towards, right? Yeah. So it's very natural. But then that reality will hit you lah. So that's where you also have to do a fact check and check within yourself, right? You always have to ask yourself, am I okay with this? Is it overdoing? Is it underdoing? Can I go further? Should I pause? Should I hold on? All these questions. Yeah, I really enjoy talking to myself. Even though I love to talk, right? Yeah, I also love to talk to myself. Yeah, I like to ask myself a lot of questions about how I feel, how I think, what do I want to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Like sometimes after checking in with yourself, and if you are somebody like me, right, we are very externally referenced. It's a sort of thought process and some sort of character trait also lah.
Oh, okay.
Because of the type 2 personality, we have the tendency to ask people around us, like what you think of this, what you think of that, right? So sometimes when we ask ourselves that question of like, is it really what I want to do, right? We might so-called lie to ourselves, like, because in the heat of a moment, you're so motivated, you're so inspired, you might like, yeah, I can do it, like over-promise yourself. Yeah, so it's good, like if you have this type of tendency like me, right? It's good to have somebody who know you very well, like have seen you going up and down You know?
Okay, okay,
Like
okay.
for me, it's my husband, so usually I'll fact check with him. Like, is this even realistic?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I see where you're going. You know why? Because just
Why?
over the weekend, I have my bestie lah. She also started to ask me about this. So I was going towards like how you used to coach me. I was going towards that, but then she actually told me she requires more towards the direction of my own answer. What do I think about it instead of the coaching part? So I was like, I quite taken aback. I was like, oh, okay. So you want to know like if I were in your shoes, what would I do? Is it? Then she said yes. So then what will you do? Yeah. So okay, I didn't realize that.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
So
she
she's
actually
more like me, that type.
I guess yeah. Now that you mention, I guess yeah.
Yeah.
She actually told me that actually exactly like what you said just now. She likes to
Fact check.
ask like a few correct, like a few of her closer friends, and then after that evaluate within herself. What should she do?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Something like research.
It's some sort of like survey, like, you know, you want
Correct.
the consensus of everybody
Yes.
so as to validate yourself. Yeah.
Or maybe not say maybe not. Okay, some is maybe validate, some is maybe to look at the options. Like multiple choice. What should I do?
Yeah, correct.
Then if I were to choose scenario 1, this may happen. Scenario 2, so on and so forth. So maybe for her case, she did mention the word research.
So
Correct. Yeah, she
it's
wanted
research.
to do like a story 1 to story 5, scenario 1 to scenario 5. Then after that research, then what should she do? Should she pick 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, then she'll ask different friends for their opinions and stuff.
Correct.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So for
yeah.
you would be validation, you were saying?
Yeah, I find myself more for validation, fact checking. You know, because sometimes I'm a bit too overzealous. I'll say like overestimate my capabilities and my time. Usually my time. So when I plan out my schedule for the new quarter, right? Usually, what are my goals? What is my schedule like so as to achieve the goals, right?
Uh-huh.
I tend to overpromise myself and under-deliver. And then either I will overpromise, so I will put too many things in my calendar,
Okay.
too many blocks of different things, and then I will overestimate my ability to handle all this.
Oh my
in one
goodness.
day.
I think I recall you mentioning this before.
Yeah, so I need somebody to fact check, like, hey, are you sure you're not gonna take any
Like
break
to be
during this one
practical
day? Yeah.
to bring you down to ground.
Yeah, like slow down, chill, you know, like I don't think you need to work like 14 hours per day for Monday to Friday. Cut one day or cut one part out, you know, kind of thing.
Yes.
I need
correct.
somebody to slash me and tell me
Yes.
that I'm
You need
overgrown,
some
you know.
time to breathe also.
Yeah, so like, what about times that you are not feeling so well or what? Then you need the
Correct.
break time, right? You know, so these are a few things that, you know, to make it more realistic and more
Practical lah.
practical, yeah. So that I will actually pull through and not start to blame myself for not achieving it.
Okay.
So that's
see,
the
okay.
that's the way I look at it, because I've been through up and downs, and my husband is like, why are you doing this to yourself?
Yeah,
You're
then
your own
sometimes you will
business
message me
owner.
that you're very tired. So then that's because I know your pattern already.
Yeah. So my
So,
bestie know me
yes.
through and through.
Yes. Actually, yeah, just now you were saying that you ask people who knows you, who are close to you. Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
You really help you.
Yeah. Like those people who can see through your nonsense lah, I would say. I don't fake you cannot make it one.
Your very, very, very bad habits.
yeah, they can see through your bad habits.
Yes.
And they will tell you nicely, like, you know, with sensitivity to tell you that, hey, I don't think this is very practical. Let's change this part or let's change
Correct.
that part. Yeah.
Why not do something else? Or
Why not? Yeah. Then
the
what
why
about
nots and the-
rest? Like, you know, certain
Yes.
things to give you a little bit of alert. I don't see any rest in this whole week plan.
Correct. Yeah. And then after the end of the week, you tell me, oh my goodness, I'm so tired right now.
Yeah. And then my husband
And
will
then you
repeat
need
his
another 1 week.
Yeah, he will repeat his famous last words always, famous sentence.
What is it?
You work hard 1 whole week, right? And then you burn out 2 weeks. You want to repeat that pattern?
Oh,
Oh, then you just shoot
Yeah.
right to the heart. I'm like, okay,
then
okay. I know.
reality will slap you right in the face.
Yeah, he's slapping me with words lah, literally. So
Yes.
yeah, so I'm like, okay, I know what you mean. Yeah. Then you
Yeah,
better
actually
make
it's
sure.
true.
Yeah.
Correct, it's true. In Chinese, right, there's this saying, something along the lines like, in order to have a longer
休息
journey.
是为了走更长的路。
Correct.
休息是为了走更长远的路。
Something like that,
Yeah.
yeah.
Our
Like
Chinese,
is to
our Chinese really can make it so. Please
sorry to our
pardon ours.
listeners.
Please
Yeah,
comment or please, DM us the correct phrase.
Yes. Please educate us. Yeah,
没
so
有没有，休息是为了走
更长的路。
I
I
think
don't
like
know.
the 远长 thing just like in my head.
Anyway,
Okay, never mind.
basically the idea of this is in order to go further, to prolong your stamina, you need
Yes.
small breaks in between.
Yeah,
So that
it's
you
a
can take a
marathon.
longer. Correct. I mean, life is a marathon, right? You're not like rushing.
Yeah, because you sprint and then you need a rest much longer than a marathon rest.
Correct.
Yeah, so you want to
Correct.
make sure that
It's
you
just
have
jogging.
the sustainable stamina.
Yes, correct. Then that will be more realistic and more practical, and you can find yourself getting used to it in a more effective way.
Yeah, and then slowly as you take the 0.5 steps out, you can finally take 1 step out, and all that. And then slowly you are growing your comfort zone. Yeah, I have never seen anyone so far who jumped from level 1 to level 4 or 5 in one day.
Correct.
Very impossible,
Yes.
very impractical, and very straight road to burnout kind of thing. So don't do it. Don't force yourself to the extent you are. You only need to do it for yourself. So
Correct.
love yourself, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For that 1 week, and then what's the point? Like just now, Kelyn's example, you rush for 1 week, and then you need 2 weeks of rest. Then you waste the 2 weeks, and then you know what? By then the 4th week, you'll blame yourself for wasting 2 weeks,
Oh,
and then you
yeah.
spiral down in that unhealthy mindset and thoughts. Right?
Yeah,
So what's the
like, I'm
point?
so unproductive. I cannot
then
get things done.
correct. You start to talk down yourself. Right? Then what's the point?
Yeah, so you actually wanted to grow a certain trait of yourself to make yourself a bit more happier, but you end up more unhappy about yourself for what? Don't do that.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, so the end point, like how we come about this whole podcast and everything, is really to share the inspiration and all these learning experiences that we have.
Correct.
So you always see us like sharing our own examples, right?
Yes.
And laughing about it, because to us it helps another person to relate and can improve their life. Yeah.
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Like,
And that's how Kelyn and I normally talk. That's why we decided to bring this into a podcast.
Yeah, bring
like
this
to bring
to
our
life.
real life conversation into podcast. Yes.
Yeah. It's also our journaling kind of thing, because we also look back and like, oh, you see on episode 1 we talk about
Yes.
this, and then now
Correct.
you're like, you're so over it, right? You have outgrown that part of us.
Yes.
Yeah, we're constantly
also-
growing.
Yeah, we're constantly growing, and then we are constantly checking within ourselves. Yeah, the two of us, we are very self-aware person.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's where we like to share. So the more we share, then that's why we like, why don't we just do a podcast to talk about it?
Yeah. There's too much chatter in the head that we just need to express it
Correct.
out, right? Yeah.
And then we might as well share with all of you.
Yeah. So I think like everybody who has the, inspiration and the motivation to want to change yourself, try to shut off from seeing all those social medias and everything about you need to follow this person to be successful, you do this to be the slimmest person on the on the planet kind of thing.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, just try to shut off all these and try to look within yourself, like what Noel says. Is that really what I want? Is that really who I want to become?
Correct. Am I
Yeah.
doing it for myself or for others? Right? A lot of people do things for others,
Yeah.
but you never ask yourself, what do I want actually? Right?
Yeah. A
That's
very good
always the case.
practice, right, is to have a very good friend. Or you can just record yourself saying these few words, right?
Okay.
So for example, Noel, you are my friend, right?
Yep.
Then you're not so sure what you want, right? Because maybe for the whole of your life you've been living for others.
Yep.
So I'll ask you, Noel, what do you want? Then I'll wait for Noel to answer, right? Whatever she answer, be it A, B, C, all the way to Z. Our next question is also, Noel, what do you want?
To drill down.
Yeah. So it's like
Okay.
asking the 7 whys, but you're asking, what do you want? Multiple times until you really go down to the deepest level. So if let's say you don't have a good friend to play this with you, you can actually record yourself.
Yeah,
You just
correct.
play back and then write. Play back and then write. Or
Yeah.
play back and talk.
Correct.
Yeah, just play back and then what do you want? What do you want? What do
Yes.
you want? Until you get to the deepest level. And then it will be mostly rid off of all these other people's expectations, suggestion, and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's a
think
very fun exercise
yeah,
to
I
play
think
with
it's
your friend
very
also.
very helpful. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's I'll do it silently. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
if you were to listen to our previous podcast, I tend to, I have this. I'm an advocate of
Nightly reflection.
self awareness and daily reflection before I actually fall asleep.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm an
It's
advocate
damn
for that.
cool lah. I think I journal in the morning, but I usually don't reflect at night. But I
For
will
me,
think
it's
about
because
it
more
the
on
yesterday
the
thing.
day, ma. It's
Yeah,
like the end
yeah.
of the day already. Then you look back for what do you do for the day.
Usually by the time I'm in bed, right, my
Yeah,
consciousness
yeah,
is
yeah.
off already.
Yes, because for you have 2 kids.
Oh yeah. It could be also because of that. Yeah, I think after giving birth, your energy level just dips.
Yeah, of course. You're a
Yeah.
mother of 2 already.
Yeah.
For me, is yeah. I mean, of course, I'll be tired lah, like from work, and then sometimes when I go out after work, and then sometimes go drinking with my friends, right? Yeah, I can reach home maybe about 1 or 2 a.m. Then of course, on special occasions, I'm unable to do the self reflection.
But will you do it the next morning?
Yes,
Ah,
I
you
think
see?
it's a very normal thing.
Yeah, it's
it's
just a very normal thing.
like automatically, you know.
Yeah, the brain will just okay, rewind. Okay, play.
Yeah, like it reminds me of a Korean old song. Replay, replay, replay.
Okay, I really never hear this song before. I'm so
It's
sorry.
from
I can't-
Shiny.
Oh, not really a K-pop.
Okay, you're not really okay.
Yeah. I'm more of a J-pop fan for all your listener out there who is on
Okay.
J-pop.
Then I'm not into the recent K-pop ones, but during the Shiny and Big Bang era, then yeah.
Ah.
So together we are listening to Just Kidding.
Oh my god. You see the duck flying above my head.
How the duck fly lah? You think
That's why the duck fly. Precisely why the duck fly. It's so lame that the duck will fly. But actually duck flies, right? Oh, I don't know. I
No,
really
I
need
don't
to
think
fact
so.
check
I
on
mean,
that.
they swim, they don't fly, what?
That's why.
Okay, now my turn to
To three
have
dot, three dot, three line,
Yes.
three line. On the way.
multiples of 3 already.
I don't know. She don't know. Is it? I'm trying to create a joke or fun or then make myself a joke.
We are very high for a Monday night.
Yeah, I don't know why today we are damn high. Because we're talking about
My-
soul life.
So like yeah, we didn't share about the what's the term you call it? Like the starting part we'll have the soul light,
Oh,
right?
the intro.
Yes, correct. So me and
So,
my
I
me
like,
and
you
my
like, soul life.
yes, me and my lameness and my punniness.
You have to do it.
Yes.
We have
So
to do it.
Kelyn, that why don't we do the I like, you like, and then I'll purposely do the deep voice that so like. Because it's very obvious, Kelyn's voice is much higher and then my voice is lower. So that's why I wanted to do like this, just this comedy act like a you like,
I like, you like. So
so
like.
like.
I can never get as low as you though. Yeah. Yeah.
Then it's okay, that's why we can sing duets very well.
Yeah. She's usually singing the
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 guy's
guy
part
part.
because
You
of
see,
my
I
very
already
deep
name
voice.
you as a he already.
So we like to sing Jay Chow and
Oh,
then JJ
Jam.
Lin. Yes. So she would
Jam.
sing Kelly would sing the jam part.
Yeah, damn high. Okay.
Yes.
I'm still stretching the vocal cords for that.
It's okay. For 2 years we didn't go for karaoke because of COVID. So it's like that.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah.
So I hope you enjoy us sharing about our background or how we come about the podcast. Like from the beginning, it was like we shared before, right? Kelyn just suddenly asked me about joining her to be a host for the podcast, right?
Co-host,
And then from there, how did we come about? What did we discuss? And then how did we eventually come out with the Soul Light and then the logo, everything? I hope you enjoy listening to us sharing
Yeah.
about our very, very personal and very intimate experience. Actually, that's something we wanted to do all the while, and then we didn't realize that we both wanted to do it
Until I asked Noel that day,
until she
jumping up
speak
and
up.
down.
Yes,
And she
correct.
said yes. Ah.
It's as though she asked me, "Will you marry me?"
Hey, hello. Yeah, I've never proposed to anyone before. So, yeah.
No, you proposed this idea to me.
Yes, I proposed this idea to her, and when she said I do, I went crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, I like
Where's
almost
my
gonna put
diamond
a
ring, huh? Just now I already sing to you. Shine bright
like a diamond.
shine,
You have already what?
shine bright like a diamond.
Okay, your birthday,
Shine
your
bright like a
birthday.
diamond.
Your birthday. I'm going to find something with a diamond on top, like
See, just now I hinted to you already. Now you want me to say so? Shine bright like a diamond. You want me to sing
Oh
again?
dear.
You want me to sing again?
Okay. I get it. I will get you something. Oh dear. Well, the price
so
of this podcast gonna go up very high.
And let me just Google search the diamond. What's the rate right now? Where's the nearest shopping mall?
I was going to say I was so happy that I almost put like in Instagram post like she said yes.
Actually, you can.
I could, right? I mean, like I was almost saying the same thing as to my husband because he was just right beside me or something like that. She said yes. Like screenshot the whole way. She said yes. Like as if I proposed to her. Yeah, I proposed to her.
Totally. Yes, it was your proposal to me. Yes, it is. It is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because now got diamond to collect.
Yes, and then got the song to come along.
Oh dear. I'll never live to
You
the
know
end of
me,
this.
I always have songs to come along with whatever words.
Hello.
So I hope you all enjoyed yourself. Today is just like a very fun and to share more about us.
Get
this
to know
episode.
us better and why we started all this. Yeah. And actually within the span of 2 weeks we planned and started recording, right? We were actually very productive.
Yeah.
Right? We
Yes.
started everything within 2 weeks.
Because it's something we both want. So
Yeah.
it's something that we look forward to. It's not something I need to do. It's something that I want to
Yeah,
do.
so it's not really
Correct.
like a chore. So yeah, okay, speaking of this, right? Just gonna add one more sentence, just 5 more
Never mind,
minutes.
we can talk. I'm sure our listeners will enjoy.
So when it's something that you really want to do,
Yes.
you won't have to go and ask yourself what is next.
And what do you want?
Yeah, like, it will just come naturally, and then the motivation to do things will be there, and then
Yes.
the productivity, the action taking will be very smooth. You won't feel like,
Yes.
oh, I have to drag myself to go to the gym, I have to drag myself to go and write a journal. No, you don't have to, because it's
Yes.
something that you want. And then as long as you have the reminder that this is something that I want, I know that this is what I want, the motivation, the ideas, the
Correct.
all sorts of inspiration will come to you.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I'm sure Kelyn can vouch for me that every time I'll just suddenly message her, and then I'll like, hey, I have
Yeah.
this idea. I have this mindset. I have this story to share. I have this example that I thought of.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's always
because
like
it's
within the
something
week you will have something new
correct.
already.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
because I want to do it, and my mind is already tuned to focus on things related to this and to pay more attention to what can I do for the podcast.
Yeah. You have the satellite already open.
Yeah, correct,
So that
correct.
anything that goes within the radius of the satellite, it will just receive. And then it
Correct.
will become an idea. And then we'll talk about
Yes.
it in our podcast. And
Yes.
yeah. So the same thing can happen for you. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, I think it's a very good time to end our 7th episode. I hope you guys enjoy. If you have any other questions about us or how the podcast gonna go, whatever direction, feel free to DM us. Or if you have
Correct.
any ideas that you want us to share or talk about,
Or any topics. Yeah.
yeah,
Correct.
any topics that you really troubling you so much that you really need somebody to help you to decipher and analyze.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll be happy to talk
Or
about
you
it.
have something that happened over a weekend or something, or anything is okay. You can just share with us.
Yeah. All right. Or you have 50
Okay.
Shades of Blue.
Actually, now that I think of it, right, how many blue shirts do I have? Maybe I should count, and then I'll let you all know in the next episode.
Oh, yeah. Stay tuned for the 50 Shades of Blue that Noel owns. Oh, my God. Yeah.
Totally, oh my goodness! Now that I'm trying to mentally count them, but it's okay. It's okay. I shall check and report next week.
Yes. During our 8th episode. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
We'll see you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.